Hey everyone, welcome back to Podcast by MrB. It's great to have you here with us today. I'm MrB, and joining me is my excellent co-host Anna. Anna, thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Mr. B. I'm really looking forward to today's episode. This is such a practical topic that everyone can use.
Absolutely. Today we're focusing on something super important, how to answer that famous question, tell me about yourself. Whether you're at a job interview, starting a new class, or just meeting someone new, you'll definitely need this skill.
So true. And before we begin, we'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this episode if you find it helpful. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Your feedback helps us improve. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss our future episodes.
Thank you so much for your support. It really encourages us to keep creating helpful content for you. All right, Anna, shall we get started with today's lesson on introductions?
Let's do it. I think our listeners are going to find this really useful.
This is such an important skill, Anna. I mean, think about it. This is probably the first thing you'll do when you meet someone new, whether it's at a job interview, on your first day of class, or even just making friends.
Exactly. And you know what's funny? Even though it seems simple, a lot of people get nervous when they have to talk about themselves in English. They freeze up and don't know what to say.
Oh, I've totally been there. When I was learning English, someone asked me to introduce myself, and I just stood there like, my name is, it was so awkward.
We've all experienced that. But here's the good news. Once you have a structure in your mind, it becomes so easy. It's like having a roadmap. You just follow the steps, and boom, you've introduced yourself perfectly.
That's a great way to put it, a roadmap. So today, we're going to give you that roadmap. We'll break down exactly what to say and how to say it naturally.
Yes, and we'll do it in a way that doesn't sound robotic or rehearsed. You want to sound friendly and natural, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with the basics. The very first thing you need to do is introduce your name. Anna, what's the simplest way to do that?
The easiest way is just to say, "Hi, I'm Anna," or "Hello, my name is Anna." Super simple, right?
Perfect. And if you're in a more formal situation, like a job interview, you might say, "Good morning, my name is MrB," or "It's nice to meet you, I'm MrB."
Right. The level of formality depends on the situation. With friends, you can be casual and just say, "Hey, I'm Anna." But in professional settings, you add a bit more formality.
Exactly. And here's a little tip. When you introduce yourself, smile and make eye contact if you can. It makes you seem confident and friendly, even if you're nervous inside.
Oh, that's such good advice. Body language is so important. Okay, so after you've said your name, what comes next?
Well, usually people want to know where you're from. This is a natural follow-up. You can say, "I'm from Japan," or "I come from Brazil."
Yes, and if you want to be more specific, you can say, "I'm from Tokyo, Japan," or "I'm originally from Mexico City, but now I live in Los Angeles."
Ooh, good point. That "originally from" phrase is really useful, especially if you've moved around. It shows where you were born versus where you live now.
Exactly. And people are usually interested in this because it's a great conversation starter. They might ask you about your hometown or share their own experiences.
True. Okay, so we've covered name and where you're from. Now, should you mention your age? Anna, what do you think?
That's a good question. It depends on the context. In some situations, like meeting friends or classmates, it's totally normal. You might say, "I'm 25 years old," or just, "I'm 25.
Right. But in professional settings, especially job interviews, you usually don't need to mention your age unless specifically asked. It's not as relevant there.
Good point. So use your judgment. If you're introducing yourself in a social setting with peers, age is fine. In business, it's optional.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about occupation. This is a big one. Whether you're working or studying, this is definitely something you want to mention. Anna, how would you phrase this?
Well, if you're working, you can say, "I'm a teacher," or "I work as a software engineer," or "I'm currently working at Google as a marketing manager."
Perfect examples. And if you're a student, you'd say, "I'm a student at Harvard University," or "I'm studying medicine," or "I'm in my third year of engineering school."
Yes, and here's something important. Try to add a little detail. Instead of just saying, "I'm a teacher," you could say, "I'm a high school English teacher," or "I teach math to elementary school students."
Absolutely. Those details make your introduction more interesting and give people something to ask you about.
Right. It opens up the conversation. Okay, what about family? Should we talk about our family when introducing ourselves?
That's optional, but it can make your introduction feel more personal and warm. You might say, I live with my parents and my younger sister, or I'm married and I have 2 kids.
Yes, and if you have pets, definitely mention them. People love hearing about pets. You could say, I have a dog named Max, or I have 2 cats who basically run my life.
That's so true about cats. And pet stories are great conversation starters. People always want to know more when you mention your pets.
Definitely. Okay, now let's talk about hobbies and interests. This is where you can really show your personality.
Yes, this is my favorite part. You can say, in my free time, I love playing guitar, or I enjoy reading and hiking, or I'm really into photography.
Perfect. And you can also mention what you like or dislike. For example, I love trying new restaurants, but I'm not a big fan of cooking. Or I enjoy watching movies, especially sci-fi films.
Great examples. And here's a tip. Try to mention 2 or 3 interests. Not just 1, because that might seem limited, but not 10, because that's too much information at once.
Exactly. Keep it balanced. Give people enough to understand who you are, but don't overwhelm them with your entire life story in the first minute.
Yes, save some conversation for later. Okay, Anna, I think we should do a demonstration. Let me introduce myself, and you can see how all these elements come together naturally.
Great idea. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Hi, everyone. I'm MrB. I'm originally from London, but I've been living in New York for the past 5 years. I'm 32 years old, and I work as a podcast host and English teacher. I absolutely love what I do because I get to meet people from all over the world and help them improve their English. I live with my wife and our golden retriever, Charlie, who's basically the star of our household. In my free time, I enjoy reading mystery novels, playing tennis, and trying out new coffee shops around the city. I'm also a huge fan of classic movies. Anything from the 1940s and 50s really gets me excited.
Wow, that was perfect, MrB. See how natural that sounded? It flowed like a conversation, not like you were reading from a script.
Thanks, that's exactly the point. You want it to sound relaxed and natural. Now, Anna, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Okay, here I go. Hi, everyone. I'm Anna. I'm from Tokyo, Japan, but I moved to California about 3 years ago to study. I'm currently 27 years old, and I'm finishing my master's degree in linguistics at UCLA. I've always been fascinated by languages and how people communicate, which is why I love working on this podcast with MrB. I come from a small family. It's just me, my parents, and my adorable cat named Mochi. She's super fluffy and loves to sleep on my keyboard when I'm trying to work. As for hobbies, I'm really into yoga and meditation. I also love baking, especially trying to recreate Japanese desserts with American ingredients. Oh, and I'm a bit obsessed with collecting vintage teacups. I know that sounds random, but I find it really relaxing to search for unique pieces.
That was fantastic, Anna. See, everyone? That's how you do it. You covered everything. Name, origin, age, what you do, family, pets, and hobbies. And it all sounded so natural and friendly.
Thanks, and I hope our listeners noticed that we didn't just list facts. We added personality and little stories, like you mentioning classic movies and me talking about my cat sleeping on my keyboard.
Exactly. Those little details make you memorable and interesting. They give people hooks to ask you questions and continue the conversation.
Right. So now let's break down some useful phrases and vocabulary that you can use when introducing yourself. MrB, what are some good starter phrases?
Okay, so for starting, you can use, hi, I'm, or hello, my name's, or nice to meet you, I'm, or for more formal situations, allow me to introduce myself. My name is...
Great. And for talking about where you're from, I'm from, or I come from, or I was born in, but I grew up in, or I'm originally from, but now I live in.
Perfect. For occupation, I work as, or I'm a, or I'm currently working at, or my job is, or for students, I'm studying, or I'm a student at.
Yes, and for family, I live with, or I come from a family of, or I have siblings, or I'm married, single, in a relationship.
And for pets, I have a, or I own a, or my family has, or I'm a proud parent of. People love that last one when talking about pets.
So true. For hobbies, in my free time or I enjoy, or I love, or I'm really into, or I'm passionate about.
And for likes and dislikes, I'm a big fan of, or I really enjoy, or I'm not really into, or I'm not fond of, or I can't stand. Though be careful with that last one, it's quite strong.
Good point. You don't want to sound too negative when you're first meeting someone. Keep it light.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when introducing themselves. Anna, what's the biggest one you've noticed?
Oh, I think the biggest mistake is being too brief or too detailed. Some people just say, "Hi, I'm Anna," and then stop. Awkward silence. Or they go the opposite way and talk for 5 minutes straight without pausing.
Yes, you need to find that sweet spot. About 30 seconds to 1 minute is perfect for a first introduction. You want to give enough information to be interesting, but not so much that you lose people's attention.
Exactly. Another mistake is using overly complicated vocabulary. You're introducing yourself, not writing an academic paper. Keep it simple and clear.
So true. And here's another one. Speaking too quietly or too fast. If you're nervous, you might rush through everything or mumble. Take a breath, slow down, and speak clearly.
Great advice. Oh, and one more thing. Some people forget to show enthusiasm. Even if you're nervous, try to sound friendly and positive. Your tone matters just as much as your words.
Absolutely. A warm, friendly tone makes people want to get to know you better. Okay, so let's do a quick practice round. I'll pretend to be someone meeting you for the first time, and you introduce yourself. Ready?
Ready.
Hi there. I don't think we've met before. I'm MrB.
Oh, hi, MrB. Nice to meet you. I'm Anna. I'm from Japan originally, but I'm currently studying here in California. How about you?
Oh, that's great. What are you studying?
I'm doing my master's in linguistics. I've always been fascinated by languages. Do you work around here?
Yes, I'm a podcast host and English teacher. I love it. So what do you like to do outside of studying?
Oh, I really enjoy yoga and baking. I'm actually trying to perfect my matcha cheesecake recipe. Do you have any hobbies?
That sounds delicious. I love reading and playing tennis. We should definitely talk more about those matcha cheesecakes sometime.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Perfect. See, everyone? That's how a natural introduction leads into a real conversation. It flows back and forth, with both people asking questions and sharing information.
Right. It's not just you talking at someone. It's an exchange. That's what makes it a conversation rather than a monologue.
Exactly. And did you notice how we both showed interest in each other's answers? That's so important. When someone tells you something, respond to it. Don't just move on to the next thing you want to say.
Such good advice. Active listening and genuine interest make all the difference.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, let's wrap up with some final tips. Anna, what's your number one piece of advice for introducing yourself in English?
I'd say be authentic. Don't try to be someone you're not or use phrases that don't feel natural to you. Just be yourself, but in English.
I love that. My tip would be to practice. Stand in front of a mirror and introduce yourself a few times. It might feel silly, but it really helps you feel more confident when you actually need to do it.
Great tip. And remember, it's okay to be nervous. Everyone gets nervous meeting new people, even native speakers. The more you practice, the easier it becomes.
So true. And one last thing, don't forget to ask the other person about themselves too. Introductions should be a two-way street. After you introduce yourself, say something like, "What about you?" or "How about yourself?"
Perfect. That keeps the conversation going and shows you're interested in them too.
Exactly. All right, everyone, that wraps up today's episode. We hope you feel more confident about introducing yourself in English now.
Remember to practice, be yourself, and don't overthink it. You've got this.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, leave a comment telling us where you're from and what you love to do, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes.
We'd love to hear from you. Think of it as practice. Introduce yourself in the comments section using what you learned today.
That's a fantastic idea, Anna. We'll read all your introductions and maybe even respond to some.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Until next time, keep practicing and stay confident.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care.